Now on CoastTV News.
Hotel holdup. A once iconic building in Rehoboth Beach is now an eyesore as questions grow about its future.
Call for a change. The ACLU of Delaware writing a letter to the governor asking for clarity on local police involvement with ICE.
And a massive shoe donation in Millsboro, how it will change kids' lives.
It's a cool and breezy Friday evening across Delmarva and a pretty decent weekend on the way. Some showers Saturday night, then much colder and windier beginning on Sunday. Forecast details coming up.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
A spot full of memories, but a future still unknown. Good evening. I'm Christina DeRobertis in for Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with a major project in the nation's summer capital. Our top story is the One Rehoboth Hotel set to go on the Rehoboth Beach boardwalk, right where the iconic red Dolly's sign used to hang, which was a landmark in Rehoboth Beach. CoastTV News reporter Elisa Weber shows us the project has been approved for almost a year now, but the building still remains untouched.
This now rundown building once was a Rehoboth Beach landmark. It was where that iconic Dolly's sign used to hang. But in 2021, Dolly's moved to another location, and that red sign sadly came down. The One Rehoboth Hotel, approved back in January, aims to bring new life to this spot on the boardwalk. But the demolition date for this building is still unknown. This group who walks on the boardwalk every morning says while it is sad Dolly's is no longer here, it's time for this building to come down.
It's starting to look pretty sad. It doesn't look good at all. I think the best thing that would happen would be tear it down. If it comes out looking what the artist's concept is, it's going to be a much better improvement.
This is an eyesore. It really is. It's embarrassing.
Signs on the building indicate work was expected to begin around late October, but that never happened. The date for demolition was expected to be discussed at today's Planning Commission meeting, but the city says that conversation has been moved to the December 12th meeting. Rick Downs, who lives in Rehoboth Beach, is excited for the next chapter in this iconic corner's life.
A whole facelift, period, of this corner. So, and like I say, the Bellhaven's over in that corner where Candy Kitchen is, and that'd be another my project, and a facelift and a new era for the boardwalk.
This demolition you see right here began back in April on the old Sirocco Motel and Grotto's Pizza. This is a part of the One Rehoboth Hotel project. For now, the new version for a spot that meant so much to many remains a reminder of the past. In Rehoboth Beach, I'm Elisa Weber, Coast TV News.
Now, Elisa mentioned the demolition of the Sirocco Motel and the Grottos as part of this project. You might remember the demolition. It was actually supposed to be finished in May, but the city of Rehoboth Beach extended that deadline twice because the buildings were deemed unsafe, and the demolition was ultimately finished by June 27th there in Rehoboth.
The ACLU of Delaware sent this 4-page letter to the governor pleading for clear guidelines on when local law enforcement can get involved with ICE operations in Delaware after Seaford police got involved with an ICE arrest last week. Coast TV News reporter Brandon Ferguson is live in Georgetown. Brandon, the Georgetown Police Department said their ICE guidelines are clear.
Charlie, the Georgetown Police Department say they do get notified when ICE is in town, but they do not directly help the agency. And the ACLU of Delaware says that's how things should be run statewide. The executive director is asking Governor Matt Meyer for the change. The executive director says local police should respond if there is a threat to the public, but not to every call from ICE. Mike Brickner claims the agency is losing credibility because of their aggressive forms of detainment. Some people we spoke to that are from Georgetown are all for police assisting as long as the right people are detained.
Assisting is fine. I don't want them to be in the forefront. That's what ICE gets paid to do. But I don't have a problem with it.
These types of calls can be a backdoor way to try and get assistance from state and local law enforcement to helping with federal immigration work. And we don't want that to happen.
We reached out to the Delaware State Police about this. They told Coast TV, quote, "The Delaware State Police does not have any formal agreements with ICE. Our mission remains focused on ensuring public safety for all Delawareans and visitors to our state." End quote. Live in Georgetown, Brandon Ferguson, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Brandon. This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know if you think Delaware should update policing guidance on ICE.
Let's take a look at the results here. You can see 20% say Public Works. This actually seems to be our poll from yesterday, not today.
We'll get that flipped out there and fixed up for the next news hour. But you can go to the poll right now and go vote online at coasttv.com, or you can use our mobile app. And we are taking a live look into Ocean View right now as we get ready to check in with our first alert meteorologist, Bob Trihey. Bob, what's good out there?
Hey, how's it going, Charlie? Good evening. Yeah, it's been a breezy evening and a chilly one, too, across Delmarva. And we're looking at temperatures right now in the low 50s. We had mid-50s earlier on, 51 in Millsboro and Longneck, 52 into Dagsboro right now. And the winds are calming down. They were pretty strong earlier, and they're coming in out of the west. We have a lot in the way of clouds. The bark is worse than the bite. Not looking at any rain. It's a northwesterly flow. We're actually seeing some showers across Pennsylvania and snow across New England. But this flow, we've got a lot of clouds across the area, and that will continue through the evening. And those clouds will tend to keep our temperatures a little warmer this evening, through the 40s, possibly 30s tomorrow morning. And this evening, we're going to see those winds calm down. It's chilly and a decent weekend on the way. A slight chance of rain. More on that coming up a little bit later on.
Thank you, Bob. The holiday season quickly approaching, and there are a few safety hazards that local fire departments want you to be aware of. Let's start with Thanksgiving. Deep frying that turkey, it can be dangerous, especially when it's not done right. Local fire officials say you should always keep the fryer away from your home, and it never hurts to have a fire extinguisher nearby. As for Christmas, a dried out tree, that can easily turn into a holiday disaster. That ruins all of those gifts that you worked so hard to wrap and bring joy with. And the local fire department says you don't want them at your front door.
We want everyone to have a real good holiday, but don't have us over for the holiday. Stop by the firehouse, say hi, don't invite us over. We want you to have a nice holiday without us.
The Salisbury Fire Department hopes that the demonstrations you're seeing on your screen will serve as a reminder to remain vigilant as the holiday season approaches.
A big donation arrived in Millsboro today, one that will help hundreds of local kids. It's thanks to a grant from Clothing Our Kids and to the California-based nonprofit Shoes That Fit.
Both organizations say that they are dedicated to ensuring that every child has access to clean, comfortable clothing and shoes. One person Coast TV spoke with knows just how much this donation will mean.
Having watched some of the kids receive clothes and pajamas and shoes, the look on their face is priceless. They are so excited to have something new, like some of the kids, their peers, their friends in school.
The organization says it's already started packing up the orders for the schools, and they will be delivered out next week. Well, fallout from the Epstein files is intensifying. President Trump ordering the Justice Department to investigate top Democrats and major financial institutions linked to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
And the Attorney General says the DOJ will investigate with urgency and integrity. That's quite different from this summer when she said investigators found no new evidence. This move comes after the release of thousands of documents from Epstein's estate, documents that mention President Trump.
And as NBC's Kelly O'Donnell shows us, now the women who accuse Epstein of sex trafficking are urging lawmakers to release everything.
After days of ignoring questions about his friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, President Trump now says he will ask Attorney General Pam Bondi to investigate Epstein's involvement with prominent Democrats, including former President Bill Clinton, former Harvard President Larry Summers, plus financial institutions. The president blames Democrats for what he calls the Epstein hoax and criticizes some Republicans as weak for agreeing with them. The lengthy social media post came after House Speaker Mike Johnson announced he will hold a vote next week on whether to require the Justice Department to release all of its Epstein files.
We have been for maximum transparency of the Epstein files from the very beginning.
This week, the House Oversight Committee released tens of thousands of documents separately held by Epstein's estate. A number of those reference Mr. Trump, including an email where Epstein wrote, "Of course he knew about the girls," as he asked Ghislaine to stop. The president has not been accused of any wrongdoing related to Epstein and has resisted calls to release all the files, though previously had said he would if elected president. Today, Epstein's accusers and the family of the late Virginia Roberts Giuffre, Epstein's most vocal accuser, sent a letter to Congress urging them to vote to release the documents. The women say it's time for the public to see the files.
We are representing survivors that have never had a voice.
One of the financial institutions the president posted about, saying he wants it investigated, is J.P. Morgan Chase, that had been Epstein's banker for 15 years. A group of survivors sued J.P. Morgan Chase, saying that it had facilitated his sex trafficking ring. J.P. Morgan Chase did settle that lawsuit for $290 million, but does not acknowledge any liability. Kelly O'Donnell, NBC News, Washington.
A church steeple that was hit with lightning in Pocomoke City, how the church is trying to bounce back.
Here's a live look into Laurel 51, quite a bit in the way of cloud cover right now. Congratulations to Judy Turner from Lewis. She has a brand new umbrella from Paul Davis and CoastTV. I'll have your weekend forecast coming up. We've got some changes on the way. That's coming up a little bit later on.
And this weekend, there are a lot of ways to get into the holiday season spirit, and no, it's not too soon. Your cool things to do coming up next.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
It's cold outside, but there's plenty of hot events happening this weekend. CoastTV's Christina D. Robertis has your cool things to do.
Some may say it's too soon, but at Shellville, it's officially the holiday season starting tomorrow. It's the first day of the 2025 Holiday Village and the tree lighting at 6 p.m. If you're not in the holiday mood yet, Shellville will fix that. There's also a holiday market happening in Millville Saturday morning from 10 to 2 at 2 locations, Millville Town Hall and Evans Park. You can help raise money for the Friends of Cape Henlopen State Park at their annual boutique and book sale. That's on Saturday from 9 to 2. It's at the Officers Club, and you're going to find holiday decorations, handcrafted items, and plenty of books. And on Sunday, you can get out and enjoy the Prime Hook National Wildlife Refuge with a guided walk through the trails. Just meet in the main parking lot of Prime Hook at 3:30. Visit CoastTV.com and click on Cool Things to Do for event details, tickets, and more.
All in all, not a bad end to the work week. We saw some partly cloudy skies today, a little breezy on the cool side. We got 55. That was a popular number in Salisbury and Georgetown and Easton as well. 56 in Ocean City, 58 in Dover. And right now, it's getting dark out there, and it's kind of cloudy as well as we're looking over Laurel. It's breezy this evening, partly cloudy, good football weather with temperatures falling from the 50s into the 40s. But make sure you bundle up this evening. And then for the weekend, mild on Saturday, increasing clouds. Could see a evening or overnight shower tomorrow night into early Sunday, otherwise turning windy and much colder on Sunday. And speaking of football, for Friday night lights, looking pretty good. 47 at kickoff, 44 at halftime. It's going to be chilly and dry, but make sure you dress warm. Right now we're looking at around 50 in Millsboro and Delmar, 51 in Dagsboro, Lewis 53, Bethany Beach at 52. As the winds are calming down finally, they're blowing out of the west pretty light right now as we have a lot of clouds, but nothing in the way of precipitation. We're seeing that in the form of some showers or virga across areas of eastern PA. That is rain that's not hitting the ground, and even some snow to New England as we have a cold northwesterly flow and a lot of clouds stretching all the way back to the northwest. And then there's this cold front across the northern plains that will sweep through as we go into early next week and then bring us another shot of cold air as soon as late Sunday. So futurecast this evening, kind of cloudy, and that's keeping the temperatures from really tanking. We'll be in the 40s, and then by tomorrow morning, I think we will see some upper 30s, otherwise 40s. And then Saturday, some sunshine early and then increasing clouds. Temperatures in the 60s as a warm front moves through into the evening with gusty southwest winds. And with that front, we could be looking at some very light showers Saturday night into early Sunday. Not a big deal. Here's Sunday at 3:30, a few showers there and a few more into very early Sunday. Then a cold front sweeps through. I think the high temperature is early in the day, and then those temperatures plummeting through the day with a gusty northwest wind and falling even further into Sunday evening. And we're in the mid-60s along the coast on Saturday from Lewis to Chincoteague and Ocean City as those winds on Sunday really start to ramp up behind a front, gusting over 30 miles per hour. And those winds will be strong right through Sunday into early Monday, with feels like temperatures Monday morning as cold as low 30s. Ouch. And it's going to be really cold and feeling like upper 20s as we go into Tuesday morning. Then another Clipper system could bring us a slight chance of showers as we go into Tuesday. Not a big system. Tonight, 39, variably cloudy and chilly, and then 63 on your Saturday, mostly cloudy on the mild side. Paul Davis 7-day forecast, 62 Sunday. That's early, but falling temperatures through the day into the upper 30s Monday morning, and pretty cold Monday and Tuesday. Highs only near 50, overnight lows in the 30s. A slight chance of showers Tuesday, and then temperatures modifying through the week, and by Friday, mostly cloudy and 62.
All right, thanks, Bob. Looking across Delmarva now, in Pocomoke City, a 180-year-old church is working to bounce back after a direct lightning strike. Lightning hit the steeple at St. Mary the Virgin Episcopal Church in July, damaging the tower and the water main there. Church leaders are now working to replace the damaged steeple with a new one, and they say hopefully by Christmas.
And coming up tonight on DSN at 5:30, catch scoops and scores. Your game of the night live at 6 is Gwen Park taking on Wycomico in high school football. 9:30, 1CW Pro Wrestling. 10:30, Nittany game of the week, and then the final score at 11. And for your DSN Plus exclusives, along with that Gwen Park game against Wycomico High School, also at 6, Delaware State traveling to UMES for a women's volleyball match. And it's another week in the NFL regular season. This week on CoastTV, the Detroit Lions take on the Philadelphia Eagles. I think we got some fans around here interested in that one. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. and then stay tuned for CoastTV News and their hyper-local newscast right after that.
Still ahead, the Ocean City Police Department and the new phone scam they say is going around. Stay with us.
Scam alert. The Ocean City Police Department says a new phone scam has been going around. The department says they're being impersonated. Department members say the caller will tell people that they have a warrant and must send money to resolve it. OCPD reminds those that they would never make calls like that. If you're being asked for Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, or gift cards, well, those are popular scam methods.
The Cape Henlopen School District also has a scam going around, scam calls that are being made to businesses in the area. The school district says the calls are being made to offer sponsorships from Cape Henlopen High School. School district officials are warning those in the area to ignore phone calls from the phone number that you see here on your screen. The district reminds community members that they will never ask for credit card information over the phone. And for more on both of these scams, we have articles up right now on CoastTV.com. Now here's a live look into Laurel, and meteorologist Bob Trihey has one more check on your forecast after this.
Coming up new on CoastTV News at 6, boats in your driveway might be a thing of the past in Dewey Beach. How a new set of proposed property standards could affect you, that story and more, coming up on CoastTV News at 6.
And make sure you bundle up this evening. Won't be especially cold, but if you're headed out to Friday night football or just heading out on the town, it's going to be cloudy, but it's going to be chilly with temperatures in the 40s. At least the winds calm down. And then mid-40s overnight, maybe some upper 30s. Remember to call the Coast TV First Alert weather phone. Your forecast just a call away. Sponsored by Brockstead, Mandalis, Federico. Here's your Paul Davis 10-day forecast. I think we're at 63 tomorrow. Then we're going to see a warm front, maybe some showers tomorrow night, and then Sunday Monday, 62, but that's early, and then plummeting temperatures, windy, much colder, upper 30s by Monday morning. And then Monday and Tuesday, ooh, little shot of winter, temperatures near 50, but that's short-lived because it warms up the rest of the week, and then pretty mild by the end of the week.
Okay, I saw 60 on there.
Yeah, it's going to be a little chilly at times, but you know what, Bob? That's football weather.
That is football
weather. And that's
weather.
where we're at right now with the high school season.
It is, yeah, and those 60s become a little more sparse as we go deeper into the fall.
All right.
Love it. Thank you, Bob, and thanks for joining us for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, more of what Bob just said, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.